It is a fast-paced Sunday. On day 4 of the Rio Paralympic Games.
Copacabana Beach in Rio de Janeiro, always bustling with activity, but busier than usual today as the best para-triathletes in the world were competing for medals along its shores on day 4 of the 2016 Paralympic Games. And here inside our Stamford, Connecticut studio, I'm Caroline Mano. We have got 3 hours of coverage ahead with several of Team USA's biggest stars headlining, including Jessica Long, who dives into the pool once again. A triathlon, which made its Paralympic debut earlier today. So the sport includes events for several different classifications. 4 are for athletes with physical disabilities, which range in type and severity from double amputees to those with severe neurological conditions such as cerebral palsy. And among those competing was retired U.S. Army officer Melissa Stockwell. Stockwell is one of 35 veterans or active duty military members on the U.S. team in Rio. And today, on the 15th anniversary of the September 11th terrorist attack, she took a moment before competition to post something. And Stockwell said, "Today, I race for those that gave the ultimate sacrifice and make our country so great. Every swim stroke, bike pedal, and run stride, this race is for you. Hashtag never forget." A Bronze Star and Purple Heart recipient, Stockwell has long been a trailblazer, achieving many firsts in her life, some happy and some heartbreaking. In April of 2004, she became the first female American soldier to lose a limb in active combat. And 4 years later, as a swimmer at the Beijing Games, she became the first Iraq War veteran to compete at the Paralympics. And all of that led Stockwell to who she is today, a contender for one of the first Paralympic medals in para-triathlon.
I mean, I got a pretty cool paint job on it. I could show that off. I wanted to be in the Army because I love our country. So I did ROTC in college, and I just really fell in love with it. I was deployed over to Iraq in 2004. And a short 3 weeks later, on April 13th, 2004, I was on a routine convoy through central Baghdad, and the vehicle I was riding in was struck by a roadside bomb, which resulted in the loss of my left leg above the knee. After I lost my leg, I did swimming as a form of rehab. And then learning of the U.S. Paralympics a few months after that, it was just an automatic dream. It was something that I wanted to make happen. It wasn't until trials in 2008 when I made the team that I honestly knew it could be a reality. I went to the 2008 Paralympics in Beijing and I swam there. Athletically, my performance is not what I wanted it to be. I didn't have best times, I didn't make finals, and I was not on the podium. I came home with a participation medal. In 2009, I was invited to do a triathlon, and I was a decent swimmer. I was starting to run, so I thought, well, why not throw a bike in there and swim, bike, and run? So I gave it a shot and was hooked right away. With a prosthetic, I have a sport-specific biking and a sport-specific running leg, and if I don't get my leg on and off fast enough, then I could lose the race. So you practice getting your leg on and off as quick as you can. It's definitely like the 4th discipline of triathlon is the transition part. Rio is a culmination of taking a challenge head-on, of perseverance, of athleticism. I want to prove to myself that losing a leg isn't stopping me from anything I want to do. I've gone 24 years of my life with both of my legs, but looking back 11 years, I've done more than I ever imagined.
Stockwell was one of several strong American contenders in para-triathlon today. And for more on that, here's our reporter, Heather Cox.
Welcome to Copacabana Beach, the site of the women's triathlon. Today we keep our eye on 3 Americans in the PT2 classification: Alyssa Seeley, Melissa Stockwell, and Haley Denisovich. They are 1, 2, 3 in Paralympic rankings. Alyssa Seeley is a 2-time world champion, ranked #1 in the world. Melissa Stockwell is a 2-time Paralympian, having competed in the swimming competition in Beijing. And Haley Denisovich was the first U.S. athlete to qualify for this triathlon by winning the test event here in Rio. Today marks the first time triathlon's been in the Paralympics. These 3 American women hoping to get on the podium.
Heather, thank you. So the PT4 classification, yet tomorrow she switches from triathlon to track as she races in the T44 400 meters. And then later in the day, the women's PT2 event. And it was Melissa Stockwell who was the first out of the water and entering the bike portion in the league, and she was followed by her countrywoman Alyssa Seeley, who was in second place at the time. Such a strong squad. Another American, Haley Danisevich, was in fifth place, and Danisevich took the lead in the second leg. Her other U.S. entrants following closely behind, though. Danisevich did hold the lead going into the final leg. All three Americans were in the mix for medals. It was Danisevich who was still in first place, but an incredible story developing here. Seeley was gaining on her a little bit. Seeley crossed the line in first place, winning gold. And then she would wait to see if the U.S. could make it a full sweep. Danisevich would cross the line second for silver, and Stockwell took bronze, the U.S. dominating the event. A wonderful moment. Heather Cox caught up with the medalists right afterwards.
The Americans sweep the podium, gold, silver, and bronze. Congratulations to all of you. Now, Alyssa, you have been on quite an incredible journey, but just how significant is it to know that your name will now forever be in the record books as the one that won gold in the first Paralympic triathlon?
Oh my God, it's amazing. It's been a crazy 4 years of hard work, ups and downs, and to finish at the top of the podium with our national anthem being played, with my two teammates standing next to me, it's going to be the most amazing feeling I've ever had.
And Alyssa, you dominated the run. How did you create so much separation in that final leg?
I knew coming off the bike that I had a lot of work to do. I'm a runner at heart. It is my strength. It's my soul. And I just put my head down and I gave it everything I had. When it hurt, I pushed harder. And when I passed her, I expected her to stay right with me. And so I just kept pushing. And I'm so incredibly excited with how well that went.
And now time to recover because you run the 200 tomorrow morning. Now, Haley, a podium sweep, as we mentioned, for the Americans. How did being surrounded by your teammates fuel you in this race?
Oh my gosh, this was by far the most exciting race that I've ever been a part of. Like, coming right out of the swim, all three of us were kind of right there, and it stayed that way for the rest of the race. There's no two other people in the world that I would rather share this journey with than these two right here. And I just can't wait to stand on the podium with them.
And Melissa, certainly, a very special day that's so much more about winning a medal. What does it mean to you to be competing on this day, 9/11, in this event?
To be on the race course wearing a USA uniform with my teammates on a day that changed the world, and to come across the finish line. My goal was to be on the podium and with these two ladies, and it happened. Dreams come true. Today, this moment is one of the best in my life. I am so thrilled. I'm so excited, and just a testament to America, what we can do. We're the top three in the world.
Congratulations. Enjoy every second of it.
This is for you, America.
USA!
Woo! USA! Woo!
Gives you chills. A decorated day for the U.S. at Copacabana Beach as the Americans take home a total of 4 medals in women's paratriathlon. When we return, we're going to have medals on the line in track and field, so stay with us. We're coming back right after this.